Hello, everybody. Once again, it is story time with Teacher Cole. For those who don't know me, I am your host, Teacher Cole, and I am the owner of Teacher Cole's English Corner. It is an online tutoring company with highly qualified international teachers ready and waiting to teach your student English. We teach in many unique ways by utilizing social studies, science, literature, and our traditional conversational courses as well. But today is story time. Today we are going to read a fun and interesting story of Pete the cat, Pete at the beach. We are going to follow Pete as he struggles with his fear of the waves. So let's get started with our story today, shall we? Pete the cat. Pete at the beach. Written and illustrated by James Dean. To all teachers, especially the art teacher in college who told me I had some talent. Your words gave me courage all these years. James Dean. It is a hot day. Pete the cat goes to the beach with his mom and his brother, Bob. Let's go in the water, Bob says. Maybe later, says Pete. Bob likes to surf. He rides the big waves. It looks like fun. I'm hot, says Pete. Go in the water, says Mom. Maybe later, says Pete. Pete makes a sand castle. His mom helps him dig. Here comes a big wave, and there goes Pete. Why do you think Pete runs away? Can you make a guess? Let's see if you're right. Oh no! Where did his sand castle go? Bob rides a big wave. Wow, says Pete. That looks like fun. Pete and his mom take a walk. They find seashells. They see a crab. Pete's feet get wet. His feet feel cool. The rest of him is hot. Why is Pete hot? What should he do to cool down? What would you do if you were hot at the beach? It is time for lunch. Pete eats a sandwich. He drinks lemonade. The sun is very hot, and Pete is very, very hot. Bob is wet and cool. I wonder why Bob is wet and cool, but Pete is so very, very hot. Do you know why? Let's play ball, says Pete. No thanks, says Bob. I want to surf. Pete throws the ball. His mom catches it. Let's get our feet wet, says Mom. Well, okay, says Pete. The water is cool. It feels good. Pete goes in deeper. Bob waves to Pete. I want to show you how to surf, he yells. Pete does not say maybe later. He says, let's do it. Lie on the board, says Bob. Pete lies on the board. Paddle, says Bob. Pete paddles out. He waits for a big wave. A big wave is coming. Stand up, says Bob. Pete stands up. Then Pete falls down. It was scary, but it did not hurt. Try again later, says Bob. Pete wants to try again now. Pete lies down again. He paddles out and waits. Here comes a big wave. Pete stands up. This time he rides the wave. Good job, says Bob. Pete wants to surf all day. Bob does too. So they take turns. Pete and Bob rock and roll with the waves. What a great day! It's okay to be afraid, but it is more fun to surf. Well, this is the end of our story today. What did you think about Pete? Do you think he did a good job about solving his problem? Have you ever been afraid of the water? What are you afraid of? How did you solve your problem? These are things you can talk about with your parents. I hope you really enjoyed today's story. I love Pete the cat. I think he is a lot of fun and very cute. As always, feel free to join my Facebook group, Teacher Cole's English Corner, where you will find like-minded parents and have access to all of my teachers and me through our Facebook group. I look forward to seeing you next week for a brand new story on Teacher Cole's English Corner, story time with Teacher Cole. I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.